Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 12th of October. KP Sharma Oli takes oath as Prime Minister of Nepal. India's eastern Bihar votes in first phase of provincial polls. And European Union deploys observers to monitor elections in Myanmar. Now for all the details, India's eastern Bihar province voted in the first phase of the assembly polls on Monday. The polls have become a major battleground for the ruling Socialist Party called the JDU and the Nationalist Party ruling at the centre, the BJP. A report.
Large voter turnout was witnessed across the province as voters from nearly one-fifth of the total seats cast their franchise. The fate of 583 candidates in 49 seats was sealed on Monday by a nearly 13 million eligible voters. The main fight is between the BJP led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who addressed several rallies in Bihar today, and the sitting Chief Minister Nitish Kumar led JDU party. Many voters said they voted for development.
हमारा मुद्दा तो यही है कि मान ले बिहार में शांति हो, ये गुंडागर्दी खत्म हो, सड़क, बिजली, पानी, सभी को सुविधा मिले.
The second of the 5 phases of ballot will be held on Friday. The result of all the 5 phases will be announced on November 8th. The vote is seen as a fight between the federal ruling Bharatiya Janata Party-led National Democratic Alliance and the Grand Alliance led by Provincial Chief Minister Nitish Kumar.
Nepal's newly elected Prime Minister Khadga Prasad Sharma Oli took charge of the office on Monday, signalling the beginning of a new phase in the country's history. He has a tough road ahead, from rebuilding the country post the April earthquake and ending anti-constitution protest by minority groups. A report.
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, along with a 2-member cabinet, took oath at an event held in the parliament on Monday. The Communist Party of Nepal, Unified Marxist-Leninist, said a full cabinet comprising of lawmakers will be formed in a week. Sharma Oli was elected as Nepal's Prime Minister on Sunday after he defeated incumbent Sushil Koirala. While Oli managed to win 338 votes from the 597-member House, Koirala received 249 votes. Oli is the first Prime Minister elected in the country under the newly adopted constitution. The new Prime Minister said he will work towards resolving all the issues facing the country.
It's good. It's positive. The responsibility and trust which I got, I fulfilled that wholeheartedly with my heart and my mind, with the cooperation of other parties and MPs and leaders and the people.
Oli was a former radical communist who spent 14 years in jail for seeking to topple the monarchy. The Nepali Congress, led by Koirala, which is the largest party in the House, will be sitting in the opposition.
Moving on to news from Pakistan, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's Pakistan Muslim League overcame a tough challenge by cricketer-turned-politician Imran Khan's Tehreek-e-Insaf to win a parliamentary by-election. The victory comes at a time when the party is trying to consolidate its position after facing allegations of electoral fraud in 2013.
In less than 2 months after he was unseated, former National Assembly Speaker Ayaz Sadi has made a comeback with a victory from his Lahore seat. He defeated Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI candidate Abdul Aleem Khan by over 3,300 votes. The main opposition Pakistan People's Party managed only the 3rd position. The fiercely contested election was seen as a battle between the PTI, led by cricketer-turned-politician Imran Khan, and Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's Muslim League. The PPP had even failed to make an electoral impact during the run-up to the vote, as most of its top leadership kept away from the campaign. This was because Ayaz Sadiq was disqualified by the election tribunal following a complaint by the PTI over alleged vote rigging. Sadiq, who went on to become National Assembly Speaker, had defeated Khan from the same seat in the 2013 general election. Khan's party, which had high hopes from the 2013 polls, managed to win just 33 seats in the 342-member House. Following the election debacle, the party had launched a massive protest last year alleging Prime Minister Sharif of electoral fraud. But a judicial commission, which was appointed to probe the allegations, had rejected all claims raised by Khan and his party.
Top Baloch separatist leader Allah Nazar has been killed, nationalist leaders have claimed. He was reportedly eliminated in a recent army operation in the restive province.
Weeks after the Balochistan provincial government claimed that Balochistan Liberation Front leader Allah Nazar Baloch was killed, some top Baloch political leaders have also expressed similar views. They say that there has been no communication from him or his organization in the past couple of months. Nazar has been in the forefront of the Baloch separatist movement, which is seeking independence from Pakistan for many years. He was reportedly killed along with some top commanders of the band outfit in an army operation in Awaran in July. He is the second most high-profile Baloch leader to be killed by Pakistani forces after Nawab Akbar Bukti, who was killed in 2007. Even though the government has acknowledged of carrying out the raid, they have refused to confirm his death. Various rights groups and Baloch activists have long accused various Pakistani security agencies of carrying out an undeclared war against the rebels. They say that innocent civilians are regularly being targeted in the name of anti-separatist operation.
The Hafiz Hafizur Rahman government in Gilgit-Baltistan assumed office in June with a promise to resolve the long-standing demand for basic necessities in the region. But locals say nothing has changed in the 4 months. A report.
Talk about load shedding, drinking water, corruption or any other issue, the troubles remain lasting in Gilgit-Baltistan. With the Pakistan Muslim League forming the provincial government, the locals had high hopes of their demands being addressed. They say the government has not done anything to improve the falling infrastructure in the remote Himalayan region.
की जो सड़कें हैं मेन सड़कें वहाँ पे वो गुज़िश्ता तकरीबन 5 से 6 सालों से रिपेयर न होने की वजह से कई किलोमीटर तक खड़े बने हुए हैं, कई किलोमीटर तक बिल्कुल सड़कें ही मौजूद नहीं हैं.
This is even as the government claims that a lot of work has been done.
और फिर ऊपर से हम देखते हैं कि लोड शेडिंग का इशू गिलगित में रोज़ बरोज़ बढ़ता जा रहा है. तो यहाँ पे सप्लाई कॉम्प्लेक्स है, वहाँ से पानी फ़रोख्त होता है. उन महलों को, उन आबादियों को पानी दिया जाता है जहाँ के लोग जो है बाकायदा तौर पर वाटर सप्लाई के लोगों को पेमेंट करते हैं.
The polls in Gilgit and Baltistan in June under the so-called Gilgit-Baltistan Empowerment and Self-Government Order is considered by many as an attempt by Pakistan to camouflage its forcible and illegal occupation of the regions.
An anti-terrorism court in Gilgit-Baltistan on Monday sentenced Muttahida Qawmi Movement or MQM chief Altaf Hussain to 81 years of imprisonment. The court delivered its verdict in absentia on a set of cases against him, including treason, hate speech and threatening law enforcement officials. The court has also ordered the confiscation of the assets of Hussain. Last month, the court had declared him an absconder in the case after he failed to appear before it. Hussain has been living in self-imposed exile in London for more than 2 decades. India and Maldives have agreed to bolster ties by enhancing cooperation in various sectors of bilateral interest. Both the sides signed key pacts during Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj's visit to the island nation.
India and Maldives on Sunday signed 2 memoranda of understandings on cooperation in foreign services institutes and sports and youth affairs. The countries also agreed to collaborate in a number of sectors, including defense and security, trade, economy and development partnership, connectivity, health, energy, human resource development, culture and tourism. The agreements were inked after the 5th India-Maldives Joint Commission meeting led by Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj and her Maldivian counterpart Dunya Mamoon. This was the first meeting of Joint Commission in 15 years. Swaraj's visit came 6 months after Prime Minister Narendra Modi cancelled his proposed visit to Maldives due to political turmoil triggered by the arrest of former Maldivian President Mohammad Nasheed. India had raised serious concern over the development following his detention and had called for Nasheed's release. However, he continues to be in jail. Even though Swaraj was in the country for 2 days, she did not meet any leaders from Nasheed's Maldivian Democratic Party.
India's stock market closed in red on Monday after software stocks declined as corporate India kick-started its September quarter results. The Bombay Stock Exchange, or BSE Sensex, ended the day's trading session at 26,904 or down by 0.65%, while the Nifty went down by 0.56% to settle at 8,144. This came after traders turned cautious as software giant Infosys reduced its full-year US dollar revenue growth guidance. Infosys, India's second-largest software services exporter by revenue, has cut its fiscal year 2016 revenue forecast, saying broad weakness in its spending and a stronger dollar were making clients wary, sending its shares sliding by 4%. Moving on to news from Myanmar, the European Union has deployed observers to the poll-bound country to monitor the electoral process. The country allowed international observers to see for themselves if the elections are free and fair.
Observers from the European Union election observation missions have been deployed across Myanmar ahead of the parliamentary elections scheduled on November 8th. 150 observers from 28 EU member states will observe the entire electoral process prior, during and after the general election.
The observers will be following the work of the election commissions to see if they're prepared for the election, the training of the election polling officials. Then they'll be following the election campaign.
International observers were invited by Myanmar authorities with an aim to conduct a credible election after decades of military rule. According to Myanmar's Union Election Commission, a total of 6,074 candidates, including 310 independents, will run in the upcoming general election. The vote has been seen as a contest between the military-backed ruling party and Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy.
Elaborate designs brought curtains down at the Amazon India Fashion Week in New Delhi. The fashion extravaganza had it all from classy to quirky cuts. Take a look. Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. KP Sharma Oli takes oath as Prime Minister of Nepal. India's Eastern Bihar votes in first phase of provincial polls. And European Union deploys observers to monitor elections in Myanmar. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.